Most coaches are bleeding money on software they don't actually need. You're paying for like 11 different platforms. None of them actually talk together. You're spending more time on managing the tech than actually coaching. So I'm gonna walk you through every tool that you actually need. Payments, emails, scheduling, websites, all of it. And at the end, I'm gonna show you how to get all of this in one place for less. So let's start with the non-negotiables. When I first started my business, the first thing that I needed was leads. And most starting coaches try and manage all of their content, all of their data, all of their leads manually. But really, you need one place to schedule content and track your data and conversations. Tools like Later can schedule your posting, and Meta Business Suite, though it's not really my favorite, can manage your basic DM tracking. And ManyChat can automate replies so that you're not glued to your phone 24/7. Second, I needed call scheduling because trying to schedule calls manually is probably the fastest way to lose clients. Hey, does Tuesday at 10 a.m. work for you? No? How about like Wednesday at 3? Wait, what time zone are you in? A scheduling tool ends that hell loop. It makes booking simple, fast, and professional. For most coaches, something like Calendly is perfect when you're first starting out. Now, OneShub is our go-to internally at High Impact Coaching, but that's because it has some more advanced features for bigger teams, but in my opinion, it's completely overkill in the beginning. Third, you need a way to track leads and opportunity communications. You've heard the fortune is in the follow-up, right? But if you don't know when to follow up or with who to follow up, you're guaranteed to lose clients and revenue. That's why every coach needs a CRM. It's not optional. For years, we used a software called Ontraport to manage all of our deals and email nurture sequences, and it's incredibly powerful, but at like $400 a month, again, a bit overkill for beginners. Most new coaches do great with softwares like ActiveCampaign or Kit. They're simple, reliable, and perfect for managing pipeline. Now, I also hear a lot about MailChimp, but personally, I'm not a huge fan. Limited features, shaky deliverability, hard pass for me. All right, now I got someone who wants to work with me. I need to be able to get paid. I recently hired a healthcare practitioner, and when I agreed to work with her, she sent me her Venmo. What the fuck is this? Am I like splitting a dinner tab with you or something? Zero professionalism. You really need two things for this. You need a payment processor, and Stripe is the go-to, so just use Stripe, and a payment gateway to handle subscriptions, invoices, and keep credit card information and track who's paid for what. Some CRMs, like our old platform Ontraport, have this built in. If yours doesn't, they have tools like MoonClerk that pair easily with Stripe and keep everything clean and organized and in one spot. Okay, now I signed them up. I need a contract to make it official. If you're coaching without a contract or a signed agreement, you might as well be operating out of a van behind Whole Foods. Super professional. Some coaches skip the agreements because they just trust people, but I want you to understand a contract is not about trust. It's about clarity. It shows your client that you're showing up professionally and clarifies the agreement and gets them to commit to it in writing. You don't need anything fancy. Tools like DocuSign, Write Signature, or PandaDoc all work perfectly. All right, now that I had clients, I needed to deliver my coaching content and build out a community. I needed a home for that. This is somewhere clients can log in, watch your modules, access your resources, and connect with each other. This is optional if you're just starting off and you're only doing one-on-one. But if you want to scale beyond training time for money, you're going to want to look into this sooner rather than later. But personally, I really like both School and Circle these days. School for simplicity and Circle for some of their more advanced features and capabilities. Finally, you've got all that and you're ready to scale. You need a real online home. Think of it like dating. Showing up without a website is like showing up without a last name. People might like you, but they really won't trust you. Now, when I first started, I paid thousands of dollars for a custom WordPress site that took forever to build and barely converted anything. Today, you don't need any of that. I would skip Wix or Squarespace. They look really pretty, but they're not built to actually convert and book clients. Lead pages, ClickFunnels, or Dropfunnels are some of our clients' old favorites. They make it easy to build landing pages and websites that actually get people to apply, book, and buy. Here's the thing. I just listed 7 categories, and if you went out and bought the starter versions of each one, you're looking at somewhere between $400 to $700 a month in software costs. Easy. And none of these platforms are actually built for coaches. You're kind of Frankensteining a business together using tools designed for e-commerce brands and SaaS companies. Now that's why we built CMP, our client magnet platform. It's one software platform with all of it, built by coaches for coaches. Social media management, scheduling, CRM, emails, payments, contracts, funnels, websites, courses, communities, automations, all in one place at a fraction of the cost. And it includes done-for-you websites and sequences, AI bots to help automate your processes, and weekly coaching support, not just some random tech guy on the other side of the world. Because as a coach, you should be spending less time on your tech and more time on the coaching. Now, I'm not saying that it's the only option, but if you're tired of juggling different subscriptions and you want a platform that was built for coaches to simplify this whole thing, it's worth taking a look. The link's below. And once you've got all the tech set up, you need to start building the business and getting more clients, right? So if you want our step-by-step guide on how to build a 20 to 30K per month coaching business, go ahead and watch this training here.